Hey guys, welcome back to the Kai and Rye Fast Food Experience. It's been a little while, but we're back with season 3 now. We got a very special item, a Kai and Rye Fast Food Experience first.
Yeah. We've never reviewed this kind of item before. So,
yeah. New restaurant we've never reviewed before either. Today we're doing the Papa John's Shaq-a-roni pizza. So we've never done pizza, we've never done Papa John's, and Shaq-a-roni, it's a new pizza.
Yeah, so for you who don't know, the Shaq-a-roni is a pizza made by Shaq. He doesn't make it in the store, but he designed it. So it's like the made in California, or designed in California, made in China.
Yeah, sort
right?
of deal, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a extra large pizza with thin crust, pepperoni, and extra cheese.
So some people might say that it's a pepperoni pizza, thin crust, extra cheese, extra pepperoni, but it's not. It's the Shaq-a-roni pizza.
It's the Shaq-a-roni.
That's just a way to describe it, but this is completely original, entirely Shaq-a-roni. If you guys put down in the comments as pepperoni, you're wrong.
Yeah, it's not a pepperoni pizza.
It's the Shaq-a-roni pizza.
Yeah.
So this will be the first time we eat pizza on this channel. It'll be the first time we review Papa John's on this channel.
Yeah, we figured it'd be a great start for season 3, you know. Season 2 was really successful, I think.
Yeah,
so,
it was you know, it was good for what it was, I think.
Yeah,
so first impressions, normally I've seen you know, just doing our research, that the Shaq-a-roni comes in a Shaq box, for lack of a better term. The big picture of Shaq on the front. Ours, however, does not.
Yeah, it might be the
just the Papa John's logo, which is, you know,
might be because we're Canadian. It might just be because they're out. Never know.
Exactly, or you know, it could be any of those things. Could be, you know, maybe just Prince George isn't the biggest city. Yeah. They don't want to give them all to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe our city doesn't like Shaq.
I couldn't tell you.
There could be reasons.
There could be many reasons, but no Shaq box today.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna dive right in.
We're here for the flavor.
We're here for the Shaq flavor, the big Shaq.
So let's get the pizza reveal.
Let's just get this. Here we go. Oh, it's a little bit.
Nice,
it's a big box for a big pizza.
Get it a little bit up. Here, pull this back and get this.
Check that out.
Perfect. Check it out, guys. So this is the Shaq-a-roni pizza. It is extra large. They cut it into 8 pieces, as maybe you can see. Not spilled the pizza.
Yeah.
But, so there's definitely extra pepperoni.
Definitely
like,
extra
look
pepperoni is covered. It's,
yeah.
You can almost not see the cheese.
They got the Papa John's garlic sauce dip.
And of course the hot pepper.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I would say right off the bat, it's crazy that they have this in 8 slices, because these are massive slices. And I think that's what Shaq kind of likes. I heard that he likes folding his pizza. Yeah.
And I mean, Shaq is a big man.
Yeah.
He's a very big man, so I'd expect big slices, and they do deliver on that front.
This is like a personal slice for him, you know, this is an average.
Yeah, this is, you know, maybe, this might, for an, to describe this as like a normal pizza, this might be like 2 normal slices of pizza.
Yeah.
Or maybe like 1.5, but these are big slices of pizza.
So, let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's get right into this.
I'm gonna grab this one.
Okay, this one seems like a pretty good
Nice.
one. So, yeah, this definitely is a pizza you might want to fold.
Yeah. So we're gonna fold it up, and it's really, that's the one thing that he likes about it, was that he wanted the thin crust, I heard, because he likes to fold it, and you can see that it's really like floppy.
It's not a structurally sound pizza, one might say. But
all right. So this is the Shaq-a-roni pizza from Papa John's, going in.
As you can hear, as you might be able to hear, it started raining a little bit. It's been a bit temperamental, the weather, recently. Gotta get that.
I see you're eating with the fold.
Well,
see, I've been eating it flat, but I might have to fold mine.
I figured if that's the way Shaq intends, that's the way I ought to eat it. It definitely lends itself to folding very well. So first, impressions here. Eating it, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's definitely a very floppy pizza. Not a very. There's no kind of like, I don't know, substance kind of to the crust.
Yeah.
It like, you definitely it's definitely a pizza, but it's not like holding the pizza up in any way. It's not crispy or anything like that. It's
like we said, it's a thin crust pizza.
Thin crust pizza. And with all the cheese, all the meat on it, it's definitely a very greasy pizza. I know it says as eating it.
I was gonna say that right away.
Yeah, like it was just I had the box over on my lap and it was dripping out onto the box, and there's definitely a couple drip marks in there from the grease. Yeah. And some may find that enjoyable, some maybe don't like as much the greasy pizza.
Yeah, like if I were to do a scale, I like to say that Panago is like kind of less greasy. Yeah, I would say it's pretty clean. Like there's not that oil. Domino's is very greasy.
Yeah.
And I would say that this is rivaling Domino's level. It could be actually at or above.
Yeah.
There was a lot of grease in this pizza. Yeah. And now, that might be from the pepperoni and it might just be from the cheese. I don't know, but probably both, honestly. But there's a lot of grease. That's one thing that, like it or hate it, there's a lot of grease.
Yeah, again, it's like some people love it, some people don't like it. Yeah. Personally, I really like the greasy pizza.
Tastes good.
Yeah, you know that it's, generally speaking, that if it's a greasy pizza, it's going to be tasting pretty good. And you know what? Papa John's Shaq-a-roni pizza delivers on that. Yeah. It is a very tasty pizza. You definitely taste the extra cheese. You definitely taste the extra pepperoni that is like covered in. And, it's a very nice, like, kind of spicy pepperoni flavor, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah. I'd like to comment on the crust a little bit more. So the crust, like you said before, it's thin and it's not structurally sound. There's a big difference between, because this is a thin crust pizza, there's a big difference I find between this thin crust and between Domino's thin crust. So when I get Domino's thin crust, I hold it up and it's like a block, right? It's pure, thin, it's like crispy. It's crispy.
Oh,
I bite it and there's a crunch. This doesn't have a crunch. This is like a normal pizza dough, just take half of it off, right? Kind of just less dough, dough, same structure, same bite, it works the same way.
I totally agree.
It's not a crunch. So for people who are reluctant on the Shaq-a-roni because it's a thin crust, I would say you're not going to get that crispy bite that you might like or you might not like. Right? If you're reluctant, that's why you're not going to get it, right? Yeah. But so it's like a normal pizza, really. Yeah. And I think if you actually did have a regular crust, it would be a lot of dough. Like there would be a lot of pizza to eat because it is an extra large.
It is an extra large, and that's definitely very enjoyable about it. You're not you may not like an extra large pizza because it is very doughy, but this is the thin crust. Yeah. And it's kind of still the same as like the normal crust, as I was just saying. And for that, I really enjoyed that. I remember going into this, I was like, oh, thin crust pizza. I generally don't like thin crust pizzas just because it's kind of like hard and crispy like the Domino's ones. And I like, my pizza have a little kind of chew to it. The dough would have a bit of chew to it that you can like chew on. It's kind of nice. And, I really enjoyed that about this pizza. And even like the outer crust, on the outside. Yeah. It's the kind of the same as the regular like the crust on the pizza. That it's not like it's not really crunchy, but it's like nice and soft. You can easily chew it. It's very nice.
So let's open this pizza box here and analyze the cheese. So it does say that there's extra cheese. Now, that's one thing I'm not sure if they really actually had it. So do you feel like there's extra cheese in this pizza?
I mean, it's hard to tell because there's so much pepperoni. Yeah, but it is covering it. I do believe. I don't know.
I would say that this is about cheese and a half.
Okay,
yeah. Because you can kind of see like there's a lot, but it's not like thick cheese, right? You can kind of see some of the sauce. I don't know. I feel like this is cheese and a half. That's the one thing that I would say. There's definitely extra pepperoni. Every single slice, pretty much every single square inch is pepperoni. Right?
Yeah.
But the cheese, like look right there. Look at that piece there. It's kind of like, hold it up for the camera to see. It's kind of, especially at the very end, like try and get that a little bit higher. Yeah, there. So at the very end, it looks like it's like thin, right? There's no layer. There's no base. Like there's no thick cheese layer. It's just very thin. So that's the one thing that I wouldn't complain about it, but I would just say they're advertising this as extra cheese. I think they should be advertising it as cheese and a half.
Yeah, I definitely agree that should be a little bit more cheese on there, and it would live up to the 2 times the cheese advertisement that it is going for.
Yeah. I think that's about it for commenting. Do you have anything else you'd like to comment on?
I think that's it.
I think the pepperoni was good quality.
Good quality pepper. Like Papa John's for me is generally a very good quality pizza.
Yeah.
You know, they always put good stuff on it, and this definitely is not skimping out on quality. Good quality pepperoni, good quality crust, good quality cheese, sauce, everything.
Yeah.
Good quality.
Yeah, it is definitely a quality here. There is, like, of course it's oily. The pizza's oily.
Yep.
And this is a quality oily pizza, unlike some other pizza chains. I won't say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Totally.
So, with that being said, would you like to give it a score?
Let's see. I'm thinking. You know, I've always been a huge fan of pepperoni pizza. Love a good amount of cheese on pizza. And, you know, maybe this isn't the double cheese that is said to be. I still really enjoyed it.
It's a classic.
So I'm going to give it an 8.7 for the Shaq-a-roni pizza. Just deducting that extra marks because, you know, it's supposed to be double cheese. Not quite. But I don't know. I really like the ability for it to fold really nicely. And kind of like extra large size, but not as much crust. I really enjoy that as well. So 8.7 out of 10 for the Shaq-a-roni pizza.
Yeah, and for myself, so I came in thinking about this differently. So I thought that this was going to be the crunchy thin crust. And I'm actually a fan of thin crust. Thin crust pizza is my favorite just because I do like the crunch. But I like normal pizza as well. But the reason I don't get normal pizza is because it's too doughy sometimes, right? There's there's a lot of dough there, and I like to taste the toppings. And this Shaq-a-roni does a perfect balance between thin and normal in my eyes. Because there is not too much dough, but it's not crunchy. It's a perfect amount of dough for the toppings. You have a great flavor of cheese, great flavor of pepperoni, all with this perfect amount of dough to encapsulate it. And especially with the fold, so if you saw in the beginning, I didn't fold it, and halfway through I started folding it. The fold actually kind of gave it more flavor because it was like a double stacked. It was like double stacked, right? There was more in every bite, and this pizza was just made for that fold. I think that this is a great pizza. I think Shaq knows what he's talking about when he's talking about pizza.
That's
and I'm
for
gonna
sure.
give it 9 out of 10.
Nice.
The only way I would give it a 10 is if they had a little bit more cheese in that baby.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's the only flaw I can find in this pizza is the lack, or not even lack of cheese, but it should be double cheese.
Should be double cheese.
But other than that, it's a good pizza.
It's a very good pizza. So, this has been the Shaq-a-roni pizza by Papa John's.
Thank you guys for watching the Kai and Rye Fast Food Experience, and we'll come at you next time with another fast food review.
See you guys.